Mabuhay, Kamustika, welcome. How are you? This is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. We're going to do an age gap survey today from the Philippines. And you're going to find out that, yes, it does matter. Maybe this is breaking news. Let's see. You have likely heard the remark that age is just a number when it comes to Filipinas and foreigners. From the Filipinas' point of view, it is expressed over and over. But is it the way women from the Philippines really feel? Please subscribe to Love Beyond the Sea to learn about managing a lasting marital relationship with a Filipina. You can listen to podcasts available on lvbts.com through Casting Beyond the Sea and subscribe there through Podbean. Now, Filipinas, I would greatly like to hear from you in the comments section if you're able to see this video. With an answer to some questions. When age is more than just a number, why is that so? And what do you consider the downside to an age gap relationship if you are a Filipina? When do you consider an age gap to be too much? I really am interested in knowing. Now myself, I am considerably older than my Filipina wife. In fact, I have 26 videos in a playlist I will link called Younger Wife. And with 850 videos, you know a certain amount need to be dedicated to this topic, and today is no different. But this time, it comes from a survey. I will run through that and link it, of course, and afterwards I will add a few thoughts of my own. In the link, it does include how men feel about an age gap, but mostly I'm going to focus on the women in this video. So this comes from Manila, Philippines. Filipinos are split when it comes to the topic of relationships with an age gap. So you may have learned something already. They're split. This according to the latest Social Weather Stations, SWS, survey. According to poll results released on Wednesday, the eve of Valentine's Day, this was from 2019, 50% of adult Filipinos say that an age gap matters in a relationship. 50%, while 41% believe it does not. That's overall men and women. The remaining 9%, they're undecided. Now, this source also says that, quote, opinions about age gap hardly vary among men and women. So they're almost the same. More older men in the 55 years and above bracket, that's my bracket, believe that an age gap does matter. These are the older Filipinos. Men, 54% compared to 38% who said otherwise. In the younger Filipino men bracket, 18 to 24, only 45% said an age gap matters, 40% said it didn't. Now, for women, however, since that is what we are more concerned about here, well, I hate to break it to you, but we talk about truth here. We certainly want to. And that is more of the younger ones believe that an age gap matters. More of the younger Filipinas believe that an age gap does matter. And here's how. In the 18 to 24 bracket, make sure you're, sitting down and comfortable. In the 18 to 24 bracket, 65% said that an age gap matters in a relationship. But take heart, 33% said it does not. Now, if you go the next couple of brackets up in the 35 to 44 and the 45 to 55 bracket combined, you will find that 48%, almost half, said an age gap matters, while 43% believe otherwise. Among women, net willingness to have a relationship with someone 10 years younger was negative in all age groups, ranging from 12 to 45. Lowest scores coming from the youngest and oldest age groups, they said. Among women, willingness to have a relationship with someone 10 years older was highest. This is the willingness to have a relationship with someone 10 years older was highest among those in the 35 to 44 bracket, not the younger ones. with 60% of them being willing. Only 21% were not. So my thoughts on this, opinions among Filipinos are pretty much split down the middle. Very surprisingly, women in the 18 to 24 age bracket, which is highly coveted by men from the West, said an age gap did matter. 65%, 2 out of 3. And then in the next 2 higher age brackets, almost half said it mattered. Does this mean that the trite slogan you hear all the time that age is just a number to a Filipina is false? Well, judging by this and using some common sense, I think that is the case. The question is, how much does an age gap matter? Because Filipinos are willing to engage in an age gap marriage. It matters according to women in the Philippines. Now, we don't know the reasons, as I didn't see them in the article, but I'll try to be brief and just name a few possibilities, and let me know if you can think of more. But this is kind of a sobering topic. I could list the health of the man, longevity of the man, kind of related to his health, commonality, things in common, and attitude, perspective in life. For example, if the man is healthy and fit, I think that matters positively to a younger woman. I believe his sexual health matters to a Filipina. If he is able to live longer with her, that is a factor, unless she married him expressly to be his caretaker. And sometimes that is agreed upon in advance. The wider the age gap, the less they may be able to relate to each other. So guys, if you are, in an age gap or looking to be in one, it helps to have a young mindset. Try to go places with her, continue to date her, get out of the house, dress in a way that pleases her, and don't ignore her. Don't treat her like your daughter. Treat her well and talk to her like a young, beautiful woman and dote on her. I am not the authority on this topic, but I think that, in my opinion, that beyond a 30-year age gap, you're taking a chance and there are diminishing returns. I do know of someone with a 50-year age gap. No, it's not who you're thinking. And that is their business. But I believe the caretaker aspect was primary. The younger the husband, the better, too. And I've some videos and a playlist on younger men you might want to check out on Love Beyond the Sea. If the man is 55, she's 25, that might be better than if he was 65 and she was 35, because he likely has more pep at 65 or 55. Is it possible some Filipinos are saying what they think Western men want to hear when they say, oh no, age is just a number? Of course, that's possible. She wants to find a man who will help pull her and her family out of poverty, and a kind Westerner may be her only hope for that. She does this knowing she would most likely prefer a younger man. However, if they aren't pursuing her, she doesn't have much of a choice. She also might prefer an older man as long as he has wisdom to show for all those years, but mainly it will be about the likelihood he will not leave her, and he has some tangible means of support. I want to tell it straight here. That tends to happen when your channel is about the realities of marrying a Filipina, the realities of marrying anyone. I think life is too short to just not talk about what people really need to know. And I hope you will appreciate that and not shoot the messenger. If you desire a younger wife, as I did, be realistic. I can assure you she has run the numbers, so to speak, no pun intended, and as an older Western man, you likely have run the numbers too, in your own way. Age is not, according to this survey, just a number to many Filipinas. According to the survey, Most of the younger ones say that it does matter. If you want more truth, subscribe and stop by often here at Love Beyond the Sea.